having a baby with a man is one of the most scariest things ever. Because as much as you want to show your kid a good example of two people like being together, loving on each other, and like show them what it's like to be in a healthy relationship, a healthy, happy home, it's like you never really know what version of that man you're gonna get, like, when you're pregnant. And low-key, he might not even know what version of himself he's gonna give you when you're pregnant. Because you can get a different version of him before you're pregnant, while you're pregnant, after you're pregnant. If things don't work out, you can get like 4 different versions of him. And if you're married, you could still get 4 different versions of him, so it don't even matter. Men are cheating on their wives that are pregnant. And it's crazy when people say do a better job picking men, because there might be different sides to this man. I don't know which one I'm gonna get today.
You see, this is why it's important to marry before you carry. Okay, you don't want to be a baby mom, be in a scenario where you get knocked up by Ray Ray and Pookie, only for him to take off and for you to be a baby mom. Getting your father involved, your uncle, a male role model or father figure that you can kind of lean on and get some advice from. You know, you want to do your due diligence in order to be in the best possible situation. Okay, what you're seeing with a lot of modern women, it's a lot of blind leading blind. They're relying on their single friends to kind of give them advice in regards to if a guy is a good guy or not. They have this vanity metric system of buying steak dinners, hookah, and crab legs. Okay, there's no real course of action. Okay, no real sense of urgency when it comes to actually finding a husband. Okay, it's a lot of these things that don't really matter, doesn't translate into him being a good father or not. And it's crazy because I was talking to my dad the other day and he's like, man, you know, back in the day, or back in his day, you had a village, a community that raised young people, right? Like you had all hands on deck to raise a young person to make sure they made the right decisions in life, where, you know, they didn't make a wrong turn and end up in a situation that they didn't want to be in. That's why when you're looking at certain cultures, or just different parts of the world, because there are some parts of the world that is still traditional, they have all hands on deck. They have, you know, a whole bunch of people vetting out the person, okay, doing background checks, checking out their family, you know, what school they go to, what they do for work, right? Like there's a whole ecosystem of people constantly looking out for your best interests to make sure you're making the best possible option. Okay. Now, when you're looking at arranged marriages, although it's not 100%, it's damn near close. It's about 96%, if I'm not mistaken, give or take. Even though it works, modern women ain't ready for that conversation.
Listen, PSA, nice guys are winning, okay? We don't want the mean guys. We don't want the players. We don't want the bad boys, okay? We need the men who are doing nice things. Where are the lover boys? This is a lover boy all call. If you're a lover boy, get in them comments.
What happened to your early 20s when you had an abundance of guys that wanted to take care of you, okay, wanted to build a future with? And it's interesting, once women hit a certain age, the guys that they were running away from are the guys that they now want.
My rules if you're dating me. I'm your best girlfriend. That's it, period. I'm your best girlfriend, and I should be. Number 2, I am happy to split things 50-50 or in proportion to our income. Don't fight with me in public. Disagree with me at home. Tell me what you wanted to tell me out in public at home. Going along with the last one, other people should not know intimate details about our relationship. You are not sharing those things with your friends. If I tell you something makes me uncomfortable, you can ask me why, but you better stop. There better be no discussion whether or not you stop, but you can ask why. Lastly, if we're dating, you better have the intention to marry me. Otherwise, I don't want to waste my time.
I don't know what man needs to answer this question, but how come when y'all see a woman and you see that she's not in the mood to speak to anybody, that's the best time y'all think to pursue her? If I don't look like I want to be spoken to, why are you telling me to put a smile on my face? Want me to be walking around like this?
Yes, that's exactly how I want you to be walking around. Full of life, vitality, friendly. Yes. I don't understand why that's a foreign concept. Okay. And it's funny because modern women are saying, hey, Where are the good guys? Where are they at? How come guys aren't approaching me anymore? How come guys aren't behaving a certain way anymore? It's because y'all are not approachable. Y'all have this masculine energy walking around. It's a turnoff. And what you're seeing now is more and more guys just simply not dating, or they're just grabbing their passports and going somewhere else.
I don't know who is out here telling y'all that it's plenty of fish in the sea, but they're telling y'all a half truth. Because at the end of the day, that may be true. But what's the other truth to that? Oh, I know that the fish that are in the sea, you probably don't even want them. The fish that is in the sea and that you actually want, you can't catch them. So, stop thinking you have a whole lot of options when you really don't.
Yeah, that's a fact. These modern women are always thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. Okay, they're going to find a high value guy that's just going to fall from the sky at any given time. When in reality, you should have stayed in that relationship and made it work. I always say if a guy didn't cheat on you and put hands and feet on you, everything else is water under the bridge, because every relationship is going to have its ups and downs, highs and lows. Okay, it's all about what do you do to overcome the adversity in a relationship. And it's unfortunate because these modern women today are taught that they're going to have a Disney fairy tale in regards to a relationship. There's never going to be any problems. You know, he has to shower you with a whole bunch of money. He needs to have all the time in the world. He needs to be making six figures, six pack, all this other crap. When in reality, you should be looking at, is he a good father? Is he going to be there when times get rough? Is he going to be by my side if I get sick? So on and so forth. These are the things that matter versus these trivial things that mean absolutely nothing.
I was in that situation where I became the breadwinner in my situation, but also too, like when I was in law school, my husband had our kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was in the library studying 16 hours a day with a newborn baby at home, he had them babies. It's what the woman see as value, right? That was more valuable to me than him bringing in money, paying all the bills and anything. Sure. Women have to also understand, like, just because that man is doing something different than what, you know, you would expect, that's still value that's brought into your household. Because, you know, we say as women, we can have it all, right? Yeah. But really, truthfully, we can't have it all without a support team. That's a fact. So when I did whatever I did, I came home, he's still a man of the house. You know, I'm going to ask him, like, we going to make decisions together. I'm never going to negate that, you know? But at the end of the day, it's about the individual, right? For me, I was intentional about not disrespecting that. It's a team effort. And a lot of times we go into our relationships thinking it's me against you, when it's us against the world.
How old are you?
23.
How long you been in your relationship?
4.5 years.
Has he proposed to you yet?
No, but I'm hoping he does soon.
What makes you so hopeful?
I feel like he really loves me, and I hope he does. Like, this is his sister. Yeah.
How do you know your man is in love with you?
He does, like, he goes beyond. Like, he always gets me. He pays for everything. Like,
I feel like he's obsessed with her.
He is obsessed with me. In, like, a good way.
That's the way it should be. Everyone should be obsessed with their partner.
Yeah.
So being that you've been with your man for 4 years, how much do you expect him to spend on a wedding ring?
I don't want him to spend too much. I think he should spend, like, less than $2,000.
I feel like the price of the jewelry isn't the price of the love. It's however much they can spend.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I want something antique, something original.
Why not push for, you know, the $10,000 ring or the $15,000 ring, the diamond star-studded one?
He doesn't have the salary for it. Plus, I'm just not a material person. I feel like if he loves me and just thinks of a ring of me, it's worth it. It doesn't matter the amount.
It seems like she understands his financial situation. Doesn't seem like she's pushing him to overextend himself when it comes to the ring and wedding, so on and so forth, because a lot of these modern women want this Disney fairy tale story when it comes to their wedding day. Now, when you're looking at the data in regards to who's getting divorced, a lot of these weddings that are very lavish and have a high price tag a lot of them end in divorce. And the reason being is it causes a financial stress to the marriage. Okay, imagine starting a marriage with $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in debt. Now you're in a scenario where you may need to hold off on having a family. You may need to hold off from buying a house. Okay, a lot of these things are going to be stress and strenuous on the marriage, especially in the first 2 years, because the data shows the first 2 years is the most challenging in a marriage, because you're now pivoting to a new chapter in your life and you're taking two worlds and you're trying to bring it together. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Go ahead and provide me some feedback, and until next time.